Alright, just came out of the gym. Alright, so turbo thought. How well you eat might matter more than how well you sleep. So one of my most interesting things about thinking about, diet, health, nutrition, etc., is to read very ancient literature. So looking at in the Iliad how the ancient Greeks feasted in the evening, how they eat, what they eat, etc. So it looked like before fighting they didn't really have a quote breakfast, right? And then they don't really look like they have a lunch either. They just have, once the sun sets, what they do then do is they feast on oxen, fatty thigh meats, do the libations, and then sleep until they wake up the next morning for them to proceed their slaughtering of each other in battle, right? And so it's like funny, it's like, think about ancient Greeks versus the modern day human, right? It's like all these like modern day humans like staying up late watching Netflix. Like, can you imagine an ancient Greek doing that? No way. Like, what they would do is they would feast on oxen, the fatty thigh meats, drink a shitload of wine, pass out, and then once the morning woke them up, then they got ready to do battle again, right? And for the ancient Greeks, or at least the heroes of the Iliad, eating was very, very serious business. Like, it's actually very interesting because once the sun goes down, right, both sides mutually agree, now that the sun is down, we cannot wage battle efficiently or effectively. It's dangerous for both sides. And they're like, okay, let's put down our arms, go back to they shake hands, and they go back to the camps, and then they proceed to feast, right? And it looked like every night they feasted, but it's so funny in modern day times, like the modern day man is so sad and sickly and anemic, and it's like you go home and you microwave some like mediocre quinoa, kale, salad rice bowl, eat it while you're watching some bad show, and then go to sleep and then start the next like that seems quite sad. I would just say if you have problems sleeping or insomnia, right, just try this. Go to the nearest all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place, only eat brisket, the beef belly, get some small intestine if they have it, get liver, get heart, get the innards, fatty steak meats, etc. Or even better yet, if you went to a restaurant with tons of bone marrow, I love bone marrow, the bone marrow or the beef ribs, go to Fogo de Chao, order the beef ribs, just order 4 beef ribs, tell them that Eric Kim sent you, and see how well you sleep that night, right? So in modern day times, people are like, eating red meat's causing obesity and heart disease, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, bro, that's like sugar, carbs, the Coca-Cola company, which is evil. It's not meat, right? And I mean, certainly one could subsist on any type of diet. Like, I think if you just eat rice and beans, I don't think you'll die, right? But then the question is, in life, are you just trying to like not die, or are you trying to thrive, right? So for example, would you rather get the physique of a demigod, like insanely big muscles and super strong and super swole, whatever, or would you rather be just kind of like a skinny fat loser who just eats nothing but kale chips and tries to convince other people why they shouldn't be eating meat, kind of like a Bill Gates? And people's like, yeah, but Eric, you keep eating that way, you're gonna die of a heart attack. I'm like, I'm still alive. I mean, maybe, but I look great, I feel great, and I'm happy. Whereas most people I know who are vegetarian, nobody happy, right? Like even Nietzsche, right? Read Nietzsche's thoughts on vegetarianism. He's like very anti-vegetarianism, and he's just like, people who are vegetarians end up becoming alcoholics and drinking way too much beer. So this is actually a pro tip. So how many vegans or vegetarians you know who don't drink beer or alcohol? I think if alcohol wasn't vegan, you would see a lot less vegetarians and vegans. But anyways, also as a side note, I think alcohol, like, it's interesting. I met a bunch of people. Alcohol actually might be the worst drug out there, worse than coke and crack and all that stuff. And it's the most like socially acceptable one, yet it causes more, people dying in car accidents, drunk drivers, etc. Like even one of my high school church friends growing up, him and his buddies just in a car, 5 dudes in a car, and there was a drunk truck driver that ran a red and killed all of them instantly. So I'm very, very anti alcohol now. I mean, people want to drink beer, alcohol. I'm like, fine, I'm not gonna tell people to not drink, but then it's almost not permitted in modern day society to be anti-alcohol or to look at people like they're, a bunch of alcoholics. Anyways, I think alcohol is super bad, and it's so sad too because like I think most people are pressured into drinking, even though people don't really like it. So next time you're at a function, people want to get drunk or whatever, just like order the Perrier, order you go to some of these hipster bars, order the nitro cold brew instead, get super duper amped. No, don't do that. That's gonna mess up with your sleep. Just order the tea, right? Just be that one dude who just drinks the chamomile tea in the evenings, and you could still have fun when you're not inebriated. And also that's the problem too. It's like all these millennials and zillennials and Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, I don't know even what to call people no more. They're going to raves, EDM. I'm like, how many of you guys do not take drugs and go to these things? So I think a lot of modern day people, they're just trying to drown out their existential dread. So yeah, go to a rave or EDM show or something totally sober. No alcohol, no weird drugs, just see if you like it. But anyways, so yeah, I think in life, the most important thing you got is your brain, obviously your body. Don't put strange toxins into your body. Respect their body. It is a temple.